Hello my dear friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna make this beautiful and amazing crochet beanie hat for you. The body of this beanie hat is made by honeycomb stitch. That's very nice, and it's made by repeating 4 rounds. This hat is a bottom-up hat and it's made for adult size, but you can make it for each size you want. For making this beautiful crochet beanie hat, we need a worsted weight yarn and number 4.5 millimeters hook for the brim, and number 5 millimeters hook for the body, and a pom-pom. If you're ready, let's get started. I'm going to start the work with smaller hook. Make a slip knot and make 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now I'm going to start the first row of the brim with skipping the beginning chain and then make 1 single crochet into the second chain. Go to the next chain, make 1 single crochet into that. 1 single crochet into the next chain, and continue making single crochets into all of these beginning chains. Row 1 is finished, and now we have 9 stitches in total. Make a chain and turn the work. I'm going to start the second row. Make 1 single crochet into the first stitch and then make 1 back loop only single crochet into each of next middle stitches. Insert the hook into the back loop and make 1 single crochet. Again, go to the back loop of the next stitch, make 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next back loop of the stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and repeat this sequence and make 1 back loop only single crochet into all of these stitches to reach the last stitch. And now I'm at the end of the row 2, and I'm going to make the last stitch such as the beginning stitch. Go under 2 loops of the stitch and make 1 single crochet. Row 2 is finished. We have 1 single crochet at the beginning, 7 back loop only single crochets at the middle, and 1 single crochet at the end. To start next row, make a chain and turn the work and repeat previous row. We're going to make 1 single crochet into the first stitch under both loops of that, and then make 1 back loop only single crochet into each of next 7 stitches. 1, go to the next stitch into the back loop of that, 2, again make 1 single crochet into the back loop of the next stitch, 3, and repeat this work for each of next 4 stitches to have 7 back loop only single crochets at the middle of the row 3. And now I'm at the end of row 3 and make 1 single crochet under 2 loops of the last stitch. And this is our third row of the brim, and we're going to repeat this row again, row 2. Actually, we're going to make a long band with these rows and continue making these rows to reach the desired circumference of the head, and the number of these rows should be a multiple of 2. I made 70 rows of single crochets in total, and now the length of my band has reached desired circumference of my head, and now I'm going to join these 2 short edges of the band together. So turn the work so that this beginning loop is placed at the bottom of the band, and then place these 2 short edges side to side. Turn the work and then insert the hook into the remaining loop of the first stitch from row 1 and grab this loop and pull it through. Now make 1 chain and insert the hook into the same loop, the remaining loop of first stitch of row 1, and then go to the back loop of front stitch from last row here and make 1 slip stitch. Again, go to the next loop from the first row and insert the hook under the back loop of the front stitch from the last row and make 1 slip stitch. Repeat the work for next stitch, join the next loop from row 1 to the back loop of next stitch from last row with slip stitch. One more time. Make one slip stitch through this remaining loop of the stitch of row 1 and this back loop of the stitch of last row. And continue making these slip stitches through all stitches of the last row and the first row. Okay, now if you turn the work to the other side, you can see this invisible join at the right side of the brim. But for starting the body, don't turn the work to the other side because we're going to make the first round of the body in this direction. Before starting the first round, remove the hook and continue the work with larger hook and make one chain, and we're going to make one single crochet at top of each row of this tube as the first round of the body. Make one single crochet into the same joining space and hide the tail through the work. And after that, go at top of first row of the brim here and make one single crochet under these two loops of the last stitch of that. Then go at top of the second row of the brim and make one single crochet into this hole, hide the tail, again one single crochet at top of this row under these two loops, one single crochet into this hole at top of next row. Repeat the work, one single crochet under these two loops of the last stitch of next row and one single crochet into this loop at top of next row, and continue this work until reach the end. Now I'm at the end of round 1, and without making one single crochet at top of this last row, make one slip stitch into the beginning single crochet because we made the first stitch into the joining space instead of this space. Okay, and now make a chain and turn the work to the right side so that these slip stitches are placed inside of the beanie hat. And now this is our work at the end of round 1. And we're going to start the second round with making one single crochet into the joining stitch here, this slip stitch, and one single crochet into the next single crochet and one single crochet into each of next stitches. And now round 2, we should have 70 single crochets in total, such as the beginning round. And I'm going to make one slip stitch into this beginning single crochet. Start next round, round 3, with making one chain, and then turn the work to the wrong side of the beanie hat. And I'm going to make one single crochet into this beginning stitch, this joining slip stitch. And after that, make one spike single crochet into the base of this stitch from 2 rounds below, 1 and 2. Go down 2 rounds below and insert the hook under this single crochet here and grab the yarn from the back, pull a long loop to the current round, and then make one single crochet. Then make one single crochet into the next stitch and skip this stitch behind this spike single crochet. Again, go down 2 rounds below and make one spike single crochet into the base of this single crochet. 1 and 2, insert under the single crochet, grab the yarn from the back, pull a long loop, and then make one spike single crochet and repeat this work. We're gonna skip this stitch and make one single crochet into the next and one spike single crochet under this stitch from 2 rounds below, 1 and 2 here. Pull a long loop, one spike single crochet. One more time, one single crochet into the next stitch, skip this stitch, go down 2 rounds below and make one spike single crochet under this single crochet. And these 2 stitches should be repeated until you reach the end of the round 3. Now I'm at the end of round 3, and the last stitch in this round should be a spike single crochet. Then make 1 slip stitch at top of this beginning single crochet. Round 3 is finished, and this is our work. Then make a chain and turn the work to the right side of the beanie hat. And now skip this joining slip stitch and go at top of this spike single crochet of previous round and make 1 single crochet. Then make 1 join single crochet. We're gonna insert the hook under this left loop of the spike single crochet. So skip this right loop of that, insert the hook under the left loop, then go to the right loop of the next spike single crochet. Skip this beginning loop and go under next 2 loops and make 1 join single crochet. After that, make 1 single crochet at top of the next stitch, and again join next 2 loops with a single crochet. This loop is the left loop of same spike single crochet, and this loop is the right loop of the next spike single crochet. Join both of them together with 1 join single crochet. Repeat the work. 1 single crochet into the next, 1 join single crochet under next 2 loops. Remember to skip this beginning loop of the round and then join each of next 2 loops together. 1 single crochet into the next stitch and join next 2 loops together and skip this single crochet behind that. Again, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 join single crochet under next 2 loops and skip the single crochet behind that from the previous round, and continue this work until reach the end of the round. Now I'm at the end of round 4, and after making 1 single crochet into the last spike, we're gonna make last join single crochet under these last 2 loops of the round, the second loop of last spike stitch, and the first loop of the first spike stitch, this skipped loop at the beginning of the round. So insert the hook under these 2 loops, pull up a loop and make the last join single crochet, and after that 1 slip stitch at top of the beginning single crochet. And now this is our work at the end of round 4. For starting round 5, make a chain and turn the work to the wrong side of the beanie hat, and then skip this joining slip stitch and go to the next stitch, and we're gonna make 1 spike single crochet into this stitch of 2 rounds below. So go down 1 and 2 and insert the hook under this stitch here, and in the other side exit the hook from this space between these 2 loops of the spike. Grab the yarn, pull a long loop, and then make 1 spike single crochet. After that, make 1 single crochet into the next stitch and repeat the work. Go to the next stitch, go down 1 and 2 rounds below, insert the hook under this stitch, and from the back exit the hook between these 2 loops. Not here. Exit the hook from this space and make 1 spike single crochet. One more time. 1 single crochet into the next stitch and 1 spike single crochet here. Go to the next stitch, go down 2 rounds below, insert the hook from here under this stitch and exit that from this space between these 2 loops. Pull up a loop and make 1 spike single crochet and continue this sequence until you reach the end. Now I'm at the end of round 5, and the last stitch of this round should be a normal single crochet. Make 1 slip stitch at top of the beginning spike stitch, make a chain, turn the work to the right side of the hat, and this is our work at the end of round 5. And now I'm going to start the round 6. So skip this joining slip stitch and go to the next stitch. This is the first stitch, but we should go back to previous stitch, this stitch, and go under the second loop of the spike stitch and go under the first loop of the next spike stitch and pull up a loop and make 1 single crochet. Then go at top of the next stitch, make 1 single crochet into that and go under next 2 loops from the same stitch and the next spike stitch and pull up a loop and make 1 join single crochet. Again, 1 single crochet into the next and 1 join single crochet under the next 2 loops. One more time, 1 single crochet into the next and 1 join single crochet under next 2 loops and continue this sequence until you reach the end. Now I'm at the end of round 6 and I'm gonna make 1 join stitch under these last 2 loops, and the last stitch of this round should be a normal single crochet and then make 1 slip stitch at top of this beginning join single crochet. And here is our work at the end of round 6. And after that we're gonna repeat round 3, round of single crochets and then spike single crochets. Make a chain, turn the work to the other side and start with making 1 single crochet and 1 spike single crochet. So go to the next stitch and go down 2 rounds below under this stitch and exit the hook from this space between 2 loops of the spike stitch and pull a long loop and make 1 spike single crochet. Repeat the work, 1 single crochet into the next and 1 spike single crochet here into this space and continue the work, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 spike single crochet into this space under this single crochet of 2 rounds below and exit the hook between these 2 loops and pull up a loop and continue this sequence until the end. And then we're going to repeat this work. We're going to repeat round 4, 5, 6 and 7. Actually, we're going to repeat these 4 rounds from round 4 to round 7, and at the end of each round we're going to turn the work to the other side. And in each repeat of round 4, the first stitch is a normal single crochet, and in each repeat of round 6, the first stitch is a join single crochet. And continue this sequence and repeat these 4 rounds to reach the desired height for the beanie hat. I repeated those 4 rounds from round 4 to round 7, 7 more times, ending with round 6. And now this is our work at the end of this part, and we're ready to start the crown of the hat. So without turning, make a chain and then make 1 decrease single crochet over first 2 stitches. Insert a hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, go to the next stitch and pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 3 loops on the hook. Repeat the work for next 2 stitches. 1, 2, yarn over, pull through 3 loops on the hook. One more time, decrease next 2 stitches together and continue making decrease single crochet over each 2 stitches of previous round until you reach the end. At the end, make a slip stitch at top of the beginning stitch and make a chain and repeat the previous round. Decrease each 2 stitches of previous round together with decrease single crochet. Continue until the end. I'm at the end of round 2, and you can repeat these 2 rounds, the first and the second round of the crown, one more time to have a very small hole at top of your beanie hat. Make 1 decrease single crochet over each 2 stitches of previous round. At the end, make 1 slip stitch at top of the beginning decrease single crochet of the round, and this is our work. This hole will become very small, and I'm gonna cut the yarn and pull this tail, pull it tightly, and then I'm going to weave in this tail through the front loops of the each stitch of last round. pass it through a needle and weaving the tail through the front loop of all of the stitches of the last round. Now pull this tail to close the hole completely, and then grab the yarn to the back side, turn the work to the other side, and secure this hole with some stitches. Cut the yarn and turn the work to the right side, and this is our work. And after that you can add a pom-pom at top of your beanie hat. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Have a nice day.